Hi, welcome to my channel. They call me Suki. I'm Suki. I just wanted to get on and talk about what I've been seeing on YouTube. I hear that they're saying YouTube is pushing out small creators. YouTube is paying small creators. Anybody can make money. I've made my biggest amount of money on YouTube yet. I got this big check. And you know what? All of that is amazing. It's wonderful. It's great. I'm happy for those that are making a lot of money. But my question is, now that YouTube paid you a lot of money, you've worked hard, you've been monetized, you got your first check, you got your next check, and you've got your biggest check. Now what? What do you do? What do you do with that money? Are you going to spend it all because this is the most money you've ever made? Are you going to blow it? Are you going to save the money? Are you going to go buy a car? Are you going to put a down payment on an apartment? Are you going to put a down payment on a house? Are you going to go shopping at the mall, get the latest clothes, look your best? What are you going to do with that money? What are you going to do with your money? Well, I'm going to tell you what you should do with that money. First and foremost, you need to take out money to pay your taxes. The IRS, first and foremost, and any other state and local taxes. That would include state taxes, self employment taxes, business taxes, and any other taxes that are in your local area. So it is your job as a YouTuber, a paid creator, to pay your taxes. I know it's not a fun topic, but it's a real topic. So when you get that first big check, the first thing you should do is take out money and set it aside for all of these different taxes. It is your job as a YouTuber, as a creator, or as a self employed person, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, whatever you call yourself, it is your responsibility to pay your taxes and not get caught up at the end of the year, a year down the line, several years down the line, owing taxes and then feeling so horrible and disastrous because now you find yourself in a situation. You've made all this money, you've spent it, or you were making more, but you get a letter from the IRS saying you owe money. You're freaking out. What are you going to do? You don't have it. Well, I'm going to tell you what you're going to do. You're going to take out that money now. I'm going to tell you what you should do. I can't make you do it, but I'm going to tell you what you should do. You should set aside a certain amount for your taxes. I don't know what your tax situation is. I don't know where you would land on the tax tables. But what I can tell you is you need to land somewhere and you need to put some money away and set it aside. That is the first thing you need to do, is make sure Uncle Sam gets his cut. He's not going to take all of it. He's going to take a sizable amount. So it's your job to research and find out what your tax rates are. I can give you some examples of what it could possibly be, but there's no way for me to tell you what it should be. So, but let me back up. I introduced myself as Suki, but I didn't tell you what I do. I am a licensed CPA and I am the owner of a boutique CPA firm. So I have a little experience and knowledge in accounting. Well, actually, I have a lot of experience in accounting, bookkeeping, and taxes, and helping people grow their businesses based on knowing their financial information and understanding that financial information. That is what I do. That is my job. So I'm here to help you, give you some tips. I am not here to be your CPA. I am not here to be your tax attorney. I am not here to be your tax accountant. I'm not here to be your bookkeeper. Anything that I'm sharing with you is your job to go and look it up or go to your own professional for help and advice. This is just information that I am sharing with you from my perspective as a CPA, but not as your CPA or your advisor. This is not information that I am guaranteeing. It is information for educational and entertainment purposes, but it is up to you to look this information up and make sure it applies to you and your situation. There is nothing here that I am saying that you should take and apply in detail to your life without looking it up or getting someone that can help you do this. Now, if you're interested in my services, which I am willing to give you a half hour to 1 hour free consultation, leave me a comment below. And also, since you're leaving me a comment below, I'm a new YouTuber. Like, comment, subscribe, and share my video. Okay, now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's get back to you in your tax situation and what you should do with the first check, your first big check, or your many big checks that you get from YouTube. You should always pay your taxes for sure. Take out money for the IRS, that's number one. But there are other taxes that you also have to pay. So since you're a content creator and you're not working for anyone else, you're literally working for yourself, or you're a subcontractor for, not a subcontractor, but an independent contractor for YouTube, you'll probably get a 1099. You'll get some tax document from YouTube at the end of the year, and it's your responsibility to file that with your taxes. So with that, you need to also pay self-employment tax. That's going to be on there. Self-employment tax is equivalent to employer tax. And what that means, when you work a regular job, you pay taxes. You may pay state income tax. You're definitely going to pay federal income tax. You pay Medicare, Social Security tax, and other taxes. And with those taxes, some of those taxes, the employer has to match those taxes. So typically, the employer portion and the employee portion is 7.65% each. So when you are self-employed, own a business, and it's not a corporation or an LLC, you're going to pay self-employment taxes. So if you're a DBA and you're filing all of this on your 1040, you have a Schedule C, then you're going to pay self-employment tax, which is the equivalent to the same rate as employer tax. So that's something that you also have to pay. So that's going to be something that's going to be calculated on your 1040 return at the end of the year. So that's another tax that you have to be aware of. The next tax that I want to talk about, possibly you may not have it, are state taxes. State taxes are not required in every state. Some states have state taxes. California has state taxes. Nevada does not. Florida does not have state taxes, but other states do. Iowa has state taxes. So you have to look and find out for your state if you're required to pay state taxes. The next tax that you may possibly have to have are local taxes. That could be taxes that your city that you're in requires you to pay. It can also be taxes that you have to pay for any local municipality, maybe in your county, your zone, your ward, your parish. These are things that you have to look up. And then another tax that's possible in your city or your area is a business tax. So you have to find out what you have to pay for business tax. There can be many taxes, so that's why we have federal tax, we have state tax, and we have local tax. So you, as a YouTuber, content creator, business owner, entrepreneur, have to be aware of these taxes and things that you have to pay. So you need to be aware of those things when you make money. So when you get the money, what you're getting from YouTube is a gross check. They're not taking out anything because it's not their responsibility. You're not their employee. So you have to be responsible enough and not too excited to spend all this money before you take in consideration that you have taxes that you are required to pay. Your responsibility. So those are things that you want to look into. So that's what I'm saying. So you need to look and see what your state and government requires. So with that being said, so I'm saying you're excited about this YouTube check. It's the most you've ever made. but you need to be realistic that all of that money doesn't belong to you. Maybe this is something you've thought about, maybe it's something you haven't thought about. But I just have been seeing so many people on YouTube excited about this money that they're making. And the first thing they do is, I'm going to buy this, I'm going to buy that. But I never hear them talk about taxes. Maybe they're doing this and they've already covered that. Another thing I would say for a YouTuber is get some form of insurance protection, because I'm hearing that a lot of YouTubers are being sued. So you need to look into some type of insurance where you can cover yourself. I don't know what that is. This is my first time really getting on YouTube and really deciding to make videos. So, but those are things that you should look into prior to spending your money. And so the next thing I would say is also, not only am I a CPA, I'm also a licensed life and health insurance person. So, well, agent. I misspoke. Life and health agent. So, another thing that you should consider if you have not and you have a family, life insurance. And we know now with all the catastrophes that are happening, look at California, look at North Carolina, things are happening. And you need to be prepared, especially if you have children. You're the breadwinner, you're making this money, and you don't want to leave your children, your spouse, if something happened, without any income. So there's life insurance for that. And also there's life insurance that you can use that's not just for your family. If you counter a demise, your demise is also can help you, where you can use this life insurance and IUL, where you can borrow money off this. You can be your own bank. So there's different forms of life insurance, but these are things that you should consider to use your money on, not just blow it and have fun. It's okay to have fun, but you need to think about tax implications, life insurance. If you don't have health insurance, it's a good time to get it. There's the Obamacare. You can look into that if you don't have insurance for you and your family. It's just different things that you need to think about before you spend it all. I'm not saying don't enjoy your money. You should enjoy your money. You worked hard for it. But you also have to be aware that all of the money doesn't belong to you. It's just a fact of life. This is the country we live in, and this is what we have to deal with. Unless things change, and we don't have to do that in the future. But as of now, this is what happens today. So the other thing I want to talk about, you may see that I have this collar on. I have a scarf. Well, I had what is called ACDF surgery. It's anterior cervical discectomy infusion. That's where my cervical spine, for me, it was my entire cervical spine was reconstructed. So I want to tell you why I'm wearing this collar and why I'm wearing this, because I can't really lift my arms up yet to comb my hair. So that's the reason. And then I actually have some videos that I made, and I just uploaded a few days ago explaining my surgery, why I had to have it. So if you're interested, I would love for you to check those out and then share them. So that's why I'm wearing this collar. I had my surgery in August of 2024. It is now January 23rd, 2025. So it's been about 5 months going into 6 months. And hopefully at the end of the month, I'll do a CT scan and I'll have some bone growth and this collar can come off, because it is really restricting and really irritating. So I can turn my head a little bit, but before I couldn't. But I can't do a lot going down because of this. But anyway, that's why I'm wearing this collar. So I want to let you know why I'm wearing that. I'm wearing this because, I don't know, I have pain in my hand. They had told me I had carpal tunnel prior to having this surgery, and it just started hurting. I don't want to have any more surgeries. But anyhow, getting back to your big check. So congratulations on that first big YouTube check. But make sure you do those things first. The last thing I want to say, if you want to talk to me about your tax situation, accounting situation, bookkeeping, on how you should keep your records, I specialize in working with small business, nonprofits. I would like to begin working with creators and those that work with like DoorDash, the gig work industry, because a lot of people that do gig work, they also don't pay taxes. They don't know they have to. I heard a guy on YouTube tell me he's making more money than he ever made, you know, delivering for DoorDash. And then he said, and plus it's tax free. Bro, it's not tax free. You gotta pay your taxes. It's just not tax free. So that's why I wanted to come on here, make this video, give you some food for thought if you haven't thought about it. And I'm sure pretty much most people know it's common sense or common, or maybe not. No, if you don't know, it's okay. If you don't know, you won't know until somebody tell you. And I'm here to tell you. You have to pay those taxes, and you need to prepare for those things. And so one last thing I guess I want to leave with you is not only pay your taxes and all of that, but do take out some and save it, because you never know what can happen. We know YouTube is up and down, and there's rainy days, there's surgeries. So just take those things into consideration. One, make sure you pay your taxes, have your accounting records straight when you go to your tax preparer. I can help you with that. If you have children or family, consider getting life insurance. You can reach out to me about that as well. So if you're interested in any of those services, leave me a comment below, or direct message me through YouTube. I think you can do that. I'm not sure. I'm new to YouTube, so have some grace with me. I'm not looking my best because I can't do much with my neck like this, with this collar and my hand. So I'm doing my best, but I have some time on my hands, so I'm still recovering. I don't know how long the recovery is going to take. I do wear a bone growth stimulator for 4 hours a day. I've done that this morning. So reach out to me. It's tax time. Reach out to me if you need help, if you want to use my services. I promise you I'm not super duper expensive like most CPAs. I am in California. So I can do accounting and bookkeeping and give advice. My life and health insurance is for California. But if it's worth my while, I can quickly get in a license in another state if I have enough people. So just let me know. Again, I would love it if you like this information that I gave, to like my video, comment. Please be kind in the comment sections. I'm new. Give me some grace, and subscribe and share. I will definitely appreciate that. Again, this is Suki from the channel They Call Me Suki. Thank you so much for watching and indulging me. I appreciate it. I don't take it for granted. Please help me grow my channel. I would very much appreciate it. Have a nice day, evening, or morning whenever you're watching it. Thank you.